This is RT Live from Moscow. The European Parliament has voted through a resolution calling for European national militaries to pool their resources and act in greater unity. One of the justifications was a shrinking defence budget, and that's left many EU states cutting their forces. But critics say the resolution could mean much more than just cooperation. More on that, though, with MEP David Campbell Bannerman from the Conservative Party in the UK joining us on the line from London. Mr Campbell Bannerman, good evening. MEPs say this resolution will make Europe a stronger, safer place. What's wrong with that, then? What's your view?
I don't think it will at all. I think it'll undermine NATO, which is, really guarantees our peace, without actually adding any new resources. It really does trespass into national responsibilities for defence, and it's talking about the EU looking after its citizens. You know, so it's a direct assault on sovereignty, as I see it. Yeah,
but when times are tough, you know, isn't it best to pool resources?
No, well, there is a case like through NATO where you do cooperate with other nations. I'm fully in favour of that kind of cooperation. But what you're getting here is a very different model. I mean, you're talking of one EU military headquarters. They referred to that. They want to create one European defence industry as well. I don't think this is acceptable. It's not where we want to go.
I guess there's a school of argument saying, though, that, you know, a united European military would prove a much more serious deterrent to outside threats, no?
No, I don't think so. I mean, when you think of NATO, which involves many of the countries in the European Union, you have the power of the United States behind that and of Canada, and that's a much more effective vehicle. I think it threatens and duplicates NATO, and it's not desirable. But this really is about politics rather than the military. This is about actually furthering the cause of it, one United States of Europe, because they want a single army, a single defence industry. They want control from the EU, and it's part of their foreign policy. And that is going far too far. It's not acceptable, and it really needs to be stopped in its tracks.
I wonder what the public think. I mean, this resolution received overwhelming support from members of the European Parliament. Surely then a proposal with such backing would be popular with the general public too, no?
Well, I wouldn't say it did receive great support. I mean, in European Parliament terms, you know, to have nearly 100 MEPs vote against, not just abstain, but against, is a large block. No, it didn't carry the Parliament. It's a usual
442 votes in favour, 92 against, 75 abstentions. Yeah. Maybe we've got the wrong figures, but that looks pretty popular.
It's the way it works, the European Parliament. I wouldn't say it's that strong, though. Normally, you get some votes, you know, in the 600s, but I think the underlying point is, you know, this is a very dangerous move, and it's a very serious move, and it takes us into national sovereign areas. And they're talking of a single political authority, and they're actually they want to get involved in high-intensity conflicts in their terminology, and that means war in my terminology. They want actually EU to be involved in wars and to commit our soldiers and our airmen and our Navy people into these kind of conflicts, and that is not acceptable.
This common security defence policy is not a new thing, though. It's been around for a long time. What makes you think this resolution will give it any more power end of the day?
Well, this is actually taking some of the powers, the new powers in the Lisbon Treaty. It's calling for a more ambitious approach. They want the EU to do a lot more. There are a number of peacekeeping operations which do, you know, the people do a good job, but I always question whether NATO could actually do that kind of job and do it better. But this takes it forward towards a single EU army, which is all part of this greater political mission, this great project to create a United States of Europe, which I'm fundamentally opposed to.
David Campbell Bannerman, thanks for making your thoughts so clear, MEP from the Conservative Party. Appreciate it.
Thank you.